This is Gene Key, Skyserve, Texas News. A second 16-year-old boy now charged in the slaying of a 17-year-old New Braunfels youth. NBCDFW.com contributed to this report. Police say a second South Texas boy has been charged with murder in the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old boy during a disturbance in a New Braunfels neighborhood. Police on Wednesday arrested a 16-year-old boy at his home in connection with the weekend slaying of Conrad Kuntz of New Braunfels. A police statement says a 15-year-old boy from nearby Marion, who was earlier arrested on a murder charge, remains in juvenile custody. Officers responding to reports of gunfire discovered the victim. Emergency personnel was unable to save Kuntz. New Braunfels is 30 miles northeast of San Antonio. An infamous ex-Texas nurse accused of killing dozens of children goes back to the courtroom. The AssociatedPress.com contributed to this report. A former Texas nurse who prosecutors say may be responsible for the deaths of up to 60 young children was indicted Wednesday on a murder charge for the second time in recent weeks. Prosecutors theorized that Jones' tactics was to take swift medical action and save some of her victims, make herself appear to be a sort of miracle worker. The Bexar County District Attorney's Office said in a statement that Janine Jones, charged in the September 1981 death of a 2-year-old Rosemary Vega. She was charged with a separate count of murder last month in the death of an 11-month-old boy. 66-year-old Jones is serving concurrent 99-year and 60-year sentences in state prison for the 1982 killing of another toddler and the sickening of a 4-week-old boy who did survive. During Jones' time working at a San Antonio hospital and elsewhere in Texas, children died of unexplained seizures and other complications. It's back. Texas appeals to reinstate the fetal burial rule and attempt to place greater pressure on abortion providers is legal as a federal court gives the okay. The AmericanStatesman.com contributed to this report. A federal appeals court has ruled Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton can proceed with an appeal seeking to resurrect the state law that requires fetal tissue to be buried or cremated. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals on Tuesday rejected the request, filed 2 weeks ago by several abortion providers, to dismiss Paxton's appeal. Under SB 8, clinics and medical centers must ensure that fetal tissue, whether from an abortion or miscarriage, is buried, cremated, or incinerated. Visit us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr at Skyserve News Service.